How's it going, everybody? I am Jason of Jason's Realm here, and today I am here bringing you my Week 18 NFL Power Rankings. And without further ado, let's just jump right into this. So at number 10, we have the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, down from being the 5 spot last week. This is mostly because the Buccaneers, first of all, almost lost to the Jets with all the receivers they had at the start of the game, and second of all, because Antonio Brown decided to have a Brownism and strip down half naked and run off the field and ruin his career in the process. This means the Buccaneers are very thin at a position they were already kind of thin in to begin with after the injury to Chris Godwin. Now, I think that the Buccaneers, if they can get something going, maybe on the run side, there is a chance that they could do something, but this blow is really going to present a lot of adversity that this team is going to have to overcome if they want to try to repeat. At number 9, we have the Arizona Cardinals, who I wanted to move them up. I just couldn't because of everyone else above them. They remain at the same spot as they were last week at number 9. And this is because they barely escaped against the Dallas Cowboys. And Kyler remains perfect in AT&T Stadium. It was a prove-it game for the Cardinals, and they won in a statement game. But the defense was outscored 15-3 in the fourth quarter when they were only up by 15 points. So it's a bit shaky going into this last week, and they still can clinch the NFC West, but they need to win and the Rams need to lose in order for that to happen because the Cardinals own the tiebreaker over the Rams. At number 8, we have the Tennessee Titans, up 2 spots from their number 10 seed last week. Now, they beat down on a Dolphins team who is just coming off a 7-game win streak, and they won big. It didn't even look like a game for half of the game. I mean, the Dolphins scoring was done in the first half. The Titans won by 31 points, 34-3. They set themselves up well into the playoffs and currently hold the number 1 seed and are likely going to be getting Derrick Henry back in the playoffs. This means that the Titans are just that much more of a threat going forward, especially if they get the first round bye. They're likely to have Derrick Henry back, I would say, by the divisional round at the absolute earliest. And that means if they get the first round bye, they are going to really be in a great spot going forward. Now, at number 7, we have the Indianapolis Colts, down 1 spot from the number 6 spot last week. They lost in a tight game to a Raiders team that was playing their hearts out, really wanting to get the win that they needed after the unfortunate passing of John Madden. Now, the Colts learned that Jonathan Taylor cannot carry the offense. Defenses are starting to game plan around him. And Carson Wentz is going to have to step it up and win some games himself if the Colts want to do anything in the postseason, if they even make the postseason. Now, there's a very high likelihood they do. They only need to beat the Jaguars, and they are in, but you never know. At number 6, we have the Buffalo Bills, up 2 spots from the 8 spot last week. Now, they had a strong finish after a rough start against the Falcons. They were even down at the half. I think it was down 15-14 at half. But they were able to come back and get the win. My only issue with the Bills is that they can be wildly inconsistent. They can look amazing one week and then lose to the Jags the next week. So that is really my biggest concern for the Bills going forward in the postseason. At number 5, we have the Cincinnati Bengals, up 2 spots from being the number 7 seed last week, or the number 7 spot, I should say. Now, they played a really good offensive game against the Kansas City Chiefs, and they made strong defensive adjustments at the half to prevent the Chiefs from really getting anything of offense going in the second half. And it was just a great game all around for the Bengals, a really huge push for them going forward, and the kitty is trying to go meow in the playoffs. Now, at the number 4 spot, I was really stuck between the number 3 and the number 4. We have currently at number 4 the Los Angeles Rams. They showed resilience again, as Matthew Stafford decided, you know what, I'm going to play for a purple team because I'm going to have 6 turnovers against teams wearing purple in back-to-back weeks. 3 each week. You can't be winning games like this, but the Rams showed that they can if they have to. Now, the Rams shouldn't be giving up that many turnovers, especially to a beaten-down Ravens secondary, But alas, the defense did what they needed to do and was able to escape with a win. At number 3, we have the Dallas Cowboys, who almost came from behind. I was tempted to place them down at number 4 after losing to the Cardinals, but I couldn't justify bringing the Rams up to number 3, and everyone else just kind of really, I couldn't justify them being higher. But the Cowboys, either way, they came from behind to almost win. They were down by 15 points at the start of the fourth quarter and outscored the Cardinals 15-3. But the Cardinals did get that field goal to escape with a win, and the Cowboys' offensive concerns were put on full display. If the offense can get going, maybe they can make something in the playoffs, but without Michael Gallup out for the year with a torn ACL, I don't know if they can. At number 2, we have the Kansas City Chiefs making no change from last week. They have a strong offense, but the defensive side of the ball for them is a big area of concern going forward. The Chiefs are going to have to win, it seems, in the playoffs off the arm of Patrick Mahomes and off that offense. Where this game they lost because Patrick Mahomes couldn't get any sort of offense going in the second half, and the Bengals won as a result of that. I don't think the Kansas City Chiefs can go far in the playoffs by having to win off the arm of Mahomes. Because if Mahomes has one bad game, they're done. Now, at number 1, we have the Green Bay Packers. They have clinched the number 1 seed in the NFC with a win, and Aaron Rodgers in the middle of a career season. He has strong weapons, and the defense has just been amazing. Not really much else to say. Just a great all-around team for the Packers going into the playoffs. They are likely going to be resting their starters as they will have 2 weeks off. And I don't think the Packers want to risk any injury, so I think most of the Packers starters are going to be resting this week. Now, overall, I think that this postseason is going to be very interesting. It's going to bring some interesting scenarios up as some teams are limping into the playoffs and some teams are heating up as they go to the playoffs. And not really much can be done, but next week, after week 18 concludes, I will be doing, or after the playoff picture is set, I should say, after the final playoff spots are clinched, I will be doing my final predictions for the playoffs, who will win, who won't, who made it, and who's going to win the Super Bowl, in my opinion. Now, I guess there's not really much else I have to say after the power rankings. Tomorrow we are going to have maybe a news video going up, maybe something USFL related. Huge thanks on that video, by the way. I've been watching that video, and just out of nowhere, it has just been going up and up and up. Huge thank you if you've been watching that video. It has really made my past couple days just seeing that thing go, and I appreciate all the support that I've gotten through the streams. I'm looking forward to maybe streaming a couple games on Saturday. Well, actually, Saturday I'm going to be out, so I might not be able to stream the games on Saturday. Maybe the 8:30 one, but either way, I'm looking at streaming a game Saturday maybe. I'm looking at a couple games Sunday, and that's how we're going to finish the regular season, and then we go right into the playoffs. But I need to stop blabbing because this is getting way too long of an outro. I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace out, and have a good one.